Hello and welcome to day 3 of Bookmas. I have already come down with a cold, so I don't know what part of me possessed to not pre-film any videos and have to film one daily, but I'm in that magical bit of time where my paracetamol is working its magic in my body, so I thought I'd film this video and then as it wears off, go and sit over there and read a book. Today I'm coming to you with the second tome around book tag. This was created by Julie over at the Hungry Bookworm, and I think she tagged me in it, but I can't find the original video, but I will tag Julie's channel up in the cards. I was also tagged by the wonderful Kaz from Cats and Cameras, so let's get into it. The first question is, do you buy secondhand? And as long as you're not new to my channel, if this is your first video, then I'll excuse you for not knowing. But if you're a subscriber and you've seen my channel before, you know that 90% of my books I buy secondhand. I volunteer in a charity shop now and I cannot resist a book, especially if it's less than £1 and is in perfect condition. Especially this shelf. This is my TBR shelf, this is my red shelf. I would say that 90% of the books are secondhand. I mean, I'm just looking along this shelf now. Oh, actually there's quite a few that are new on here. So this is my rainbow shelf with everything that's red, and secondhand, new, present, secondhand, sent to review, secondhand, new, secondhand, new, secondhand, new, sent to review, new, secondhand, review, secondhand, new, secondhand. I just killed Rudolph. And then the rest are either sent to review or new. Let me just get Rudolph off the floor. For the record, these are also secondhand. So yeah, yes, I do buy secondhand books. The next question is latest purchase, and I will spoiler a little bit of my vlog. But the newest one that I've bought is Sex, Drink and Yellow Fish by Jason Blake. This was 25p. I've seen this quite a few times secondhand, but like I say, there's kind of certain books that I'm looking out for, but other ones, once I see them for like 25p, I think, yeah, gotta have it. What condition do you find acceptable is question number 3, and it depends really. I've been in charity shops where all the books are £1 and there are some really, really tatty books, and I think, no, I'm not buying that. And yet, when there's books that I want to read, like, I can't really reach any, but if it's a series that I'm collecting anyway and I want to read, I will buy a tatty version to read. But then I love an uncracked spine. I'm not going to deny it. I absolutely love pristine condition books. After reading, do you keep or donate is question number 4, and it depends. I really collect paperbacks, unless they're my Jacqueline Wilson collection, and I'm now collecting the Sophie Kinsella, they're over there, Sophie Kinsella Shopaholic books, which I'm collecting in hardback. But otherwise, I collect paperbacks. You fit more on the shelves, it's neater. And so if I've read something in hardback, like I've just read Claire McIntosh's After the End, and although it was a 5-star, I'm going to redonate it and then try and get it myself when it comes out in paperback. Also, if I've bought a tatty copy of a book, once I've read it, I will redonate it, and then probably keep an eye out for the book in a better condition. Is that really bad? I possibly would call myself a hoarder, but I prefer the term collector. Do you have specific shops that you love? Well, yes. If there's a book that I'm particularly on the lookout for example, at the moment, I only have 2 more books to collect in the series of unfortunate events. And so I will go to Queen's Road in Leicester, where, although it's a little bit more pricey, there is an Age UK bookshop and a Loros bookshop. So their paperbacks are around £2, and I've bought nursing textbooks from there before, which have gone up to like £12, £13, which for a textbook is amazing. So yeah, that's where I'll go if I'm going for something specific. But generally, my favourite place to go shopping is... Oh, it's really hard. I love Colville. Colville is a little town. I mean, it's a 40-minute journey on the bus, so I've got to be really dedicated if I'm going there. However, I tend to spend that 40 minutes reading a book, so it works out well. But all of their charity shops have good price books. I think, apart from the British Heart Foundation, which I just don't buy books in there, pretty much every other shop is 50p. There's a veteran shop where all their paperbacks are 10p. The Laros Children's Shop, their books are 5 for £1, and I think the normal Laros shop, it's usually 3 for £1. So yeah, and there's a Mary Stevens, no, not Mary Stevens, that's the one in Dudley, Marlene Reed Centre charity shop. Now, I'm hoping to go there during December so I can vlog this for you, but they have this bit you go through and there's an archway, and through the archway it is all books, and they're all £1 for hardbacks, 50p for paperbacks, and yeah, cannot go wrong there. The next question is hardback or paperback? Paperback all the way. I have started quite enjoying sitting and reading hardbacks at home, but well, this month's the exception. I don't tend to have more than one book on the go at the same time, and I don't like carrying around a hardback, so it's different. Like this month I've been reading a hardback at home and then taking a paperback out with me. But yeah, if I have a choice, I would always pick paperback, unless I find any really pretty hardbacks. I've just put up a shelf over there and it has room for my hardbacks. I am going to do a room tour for you sometime during Vlogmas, so I'll show you all of that. But yeah, I will buy pretty looking hardbacks, but generally I prefer the paperback. The next question is, have you found any gems? And the one I've got to share with you, you may, if you've been here a long time, you'll remember that I used to go to a shop in Beaumont Leys where all the books were 10p, but that unfortunately closed down. However, I picked up this book in there for Brazen. Now, the paperbacks were supposed to be 50, the hardbacks were supposed to be 50p, but she only charged me 10p for this, and I would have bought it if it was £1. I would have probably gone up to £3 for this. But it's Brazen, Rebel Ladies Who Rock to the World. And let me try and find... Can I get this close enough to the camera? So, look how beautiful these illustrations are. I've just been reading this story this morning about a gynecologist who worked even though it was illegal for women to work. There's stories such as The Bearded Lady. And it's just a beautiful book. Like, I don't understand who donated this, because it's beautiful. I would never want to get rid of this. Well, I never will get rid of this. It's mine for life, and I will treasure it forever. There is a bonus question here that says, pick a book to donate to a charity shop. And as I read my books, if they're ones that are going to be going to a charity shop, I've got a bag downstairs that they go in, and then next time I go to my shop I will drop them off. So I'm not going to pick out one to donate right now. Sorry. So I tag anybody who wants to do this tag. I would love to see it from some of my friends. I would love to see all of you do it actually, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and come back tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. Bye!